Hi, I'm Ford Football Ferns captain Allie Riley, and I am here interviewing my teammate and Wellington Phoenix captain Lily Alfeld. How's it going?
Good, thank you.
So, obviously, captain of Wellington Phoenix in its inaugural season. So exciting, and we are also excited to see you named captain. What was it like being signed as the first player and being named captain of the team?
It was such a huge honour, just to get to be a part of this, historic and monumental, a milestone in women's football in New Zealand. So to get to be a part of that just in the first place was, something I'm hugely honoured. And then to get the opportunity to, captain the girls and lead them through this season and through this journey, it's something I'm very proud of and very, very grateful to get the opportunity to do.
Tell us a little bit about the season. Obviously, it's tough coming in. First season, a lot of new things, being in Australia instead of New Zealand. What's it been like, and have you been able to feel the love and support from back home, even though you've been in Australia?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's been a very challenging season, just purely for the fact we've had to up and move to Australia, but we've had amazing support from the Phoenix and from New Zealand football and getting us set up there and giving us, creating an environment where we can still succeed. But it's been amazing, just the support we've felt even from afar. We have fantastic supporters within Sydney, within Wollongong and New South Wales that follow us around to all of our matches, but just the messages of support and encouragement that we get from back home has just been overwhelming. We've been so lucky, and every week, regardless of the results, we're getting feeling a lot of love and support from back home. So that's definitely helped us push on for the season.
Do you have a highlight so far this season?
I think it's definitely our first win.
Yeah.
Obviously, our first point, our very first game, that was something that will stick with me, just purely for the fact it was very. You're walking into the unknown as a team. A lot of these girls had never had a cap at a professional level, so there was a lot of nerves and excitement going into that game. But I think having that first win was just very emotional, and to know what we've kind of been through and the adversity that we'd faced and the things we overcame. I think that just made it even more special, and to get a 3-0 win like that was something that, I'll remember that one forever.
Yeah, I think we all will. It was so exciting, even being here in the US and following. When you were growing up, did you ever think that you would have an opportunity to play for a professional women's team, a New Zealand professional women's team? And how do you think that now that there is this team affects little girls in New Zealand?
Yeah, so obviously when, we were growing up, the Phoenix was always, the team we supported, the team we watched, and obviously it was great for us because like, wow, one day I'd love to do that, but we never saw the women's equivalent of that. So to know that now younger girls can look up and see that, and I think just having it in our own own backyard makes it feel like a little bit more attainable, a goal that's not so far out and out of reach. So I think just the power of having that in this country, and I think back to when there was the Under-17 World Cup in New Zealand, and just that was the moment for me where I clicked and was like, I want to do this. This is what I want to do with my life.
Oh, that's so cool.
So I think that's very powerful, having it, seeing it in person, and so to think that there will be a lot of young girls now having that opportunity and to go to a game, hopefully in Wellington in the next year or so, will be massive.
And what was your experience like? Obviously, you mentioned the Under-17 World Cup and not having a lot of visibility in terms of seeing women play, but how did you get started, and how did you become a goalkeeper? I always like to ask goalies this.
I started playing quite a young age, about 4 years old, obviously. Like most players, I was a field player, but it wasn't till maybe around 11 that I first got put in the goal, and at first, I wasn't keen on it. I didn't want to go in there, but very quickly it became apparent as something that I was probably more suited to than being on the field, and I loved it. And I think around the age of, I think it was that Under-17 World Cup where I'd seen, it would have been the German national team, they were training in Christchurch, and I went down and watched her training, and I'd never seen that, a training so professional and at such a high standard. I thought, wow, this is what I want to be. These girls are amazing, and that was a moment where this is it. I want to be a goalkeeper like this.
Well, hopefully so many girls will have that moment now, not only with the Phoenix, but with us hosting the Women's World Cup. How do you think it will feel when the Wellington Phoenix finally plays its first game on New Zealand soil?
Oh, I think it will be so special. It's just to get the amount of support we have from afar. I can't imagine what it would be like in person. And walking out that first game of the season, I think everyone was quite emotional, and just it was very special then. But I think that feeling will just be twice if not more of it than that. And when we get that chance to walk out in Wellington, and I can't wait for the supporters to have a chance to see us play live.
Well, we are cheering for you, obviously, from afar, and can't wait to see what the rest of the season holds for you and for the team. And thank you so much for doing this interview with me.
Awesome. Thanks, Riley.